Hey, Tour 904, day 2 of the big red van build. That's right. Yesterday we did all the sound deadener. I got that done all yesterday. Today we're going to do some insulation. So to insulate this thing, I've got a couple products that I did some research on, and both of these products have optimal moisture control, which means they don't absorb any water, because you're going to get some moisture in the van with cooking and taking a shower and some other things. The main thing is you don't want either one of these two products to absorb that water and hold it in to create any type of mildew or mold. So this stuff is going to be going on all the flat surfaces, and the rock wool will be bunched up and shoved in all the little small cavities to create an insulation, and also will help with sound deadening as well. Now for this product here, to apply it, we're actually going to use Great Stuff. I went with the Pro Series mainly because I got to buy a new tool. No, seriously. The good thing about this, if you ever use Great Stuff, you know, it comes with a straw that comes out, and when you use it, unless you can get it out of that straw and clean it thoroughly, then you can't use it again, and then you go try and the stuff's hardened. The great thing about this is you put it in here and it seals up. It's got a little screw lever here on the back, so when you're done with it you can close it, and for up to 30 days you can use the same can, which was kind of nice. So spent a little bit more buying the gun, but I think it'll pay off in the long run because I don't have to buy multiple cans of the Great Stuff. Another product that they sell is the Great Stuff foam cleaner. So long as it's still in kind of its liquid form, it hasn't hardened, this stuff will clean it up really good. So I did that. And no, I'm not sponsored by Great Stuff, but if there's anybody out there from Great Stuff that would like to sponsor me, I'm in. It's a great product. I've used it in probably 15-20 years, different places around my house and other applications. Really like it. So all right, we're gonna do a little time lapse, and you can see me sweating again today, putting in some insulation. Okay, so this next clip, the audio obviously did not work, so I'm just gonna give you a narrative of what's going on here. Basically, what I'm explaining here is that the outer panel has an actual body line in it to it, so it comes down straight and it makes like a 30-degree bend, so that iso poly board won't fit in there properly with that thing. So I cut a slit in the board so it has kind of a hinge factor, and then use the Great Stuff to adhere it to the panel. But as you can see, then I'm pointing right now, that's that hinge area, so it's able to hinge back about 30 degrees, maybe not 30 degrees, I don't know, 20 degrees. And then now I'm applying to the Great Stuff to the other side. Because the van's symmetrical, I was able to cut twin patterns on both sides, and then of course I didn't put enough Great Stuff on there, so I got to end up taking it down and putting a little more stuff on there. But I found this broom that I use to clean my Airstream, and it's expandable, so I ended up using that once I got the panels in place, because I did twin panels on both sides at the same time, and then was able to use when I'm doing a little some kind of super yoga there for a second. But you can see actually I expanded out and able to get it to lock into place so it holds pressure on both the panels to hold them in on each side. And then you just go back with some Great Stuff and fill in the void around the edges, and that also helps holds it into place. It takes about 10 minutes for this Great Stuff to at least get a good, you know, solid base to it. I think it takes up to 24 hours for it to completely cure. Hey, what's up there, Tour 904? Day 2 has now become, unfortunately, day 3. But it's not near as bad as you think. My wife had a couple things I needed help her with yesterday, so I wasn't able to spend as much time on this project as I expected. Got about 3 hours in yesterday, another 2.5 today. So about 5.5, maybe 6 at the most for this project, for this day. Anyways, that's why it ended up taking 2 days. But I got all the insulation put into both the lowers and uppers, and also on the sliding door here, both lower and upper. I didn't get the back doors done yet because honestly,
I ran out of this stuff. I mean, it's great stuff, hence the name, but I ran out of it, and I didn't want to get started on those and not have enough great stuff to fill in the voids. This gun is well worth every bit that I spent on it. I'll put a link in the description if you want to get one. Highly recommend it if you're doing a project like this. Not only can you use the trigger to control the amount of flow of foam that's coming out, but having this really hard nozzle, being able to get down into some areas that I don't think that flexible nozzle would have been able to do. And like I said, being able to control the amount of flow coming out so it didn't shoot out everywhere was key. But you can see all these panels are solid in here. They're being held in, you know, on both sides, and that's key. From what I understand, from some of the things I've read about the application of this, you want to make sure that all these panels are put in nice and solid, because otherwise, if they're loose at all when you're riding down the road, you can get a little bit of a squeak sound, from what I understand. But I did a test drive on this thing, and everything sounds solid. With the sound deadening and the insulation, the road noise is considerably dropped, and I think it's only going to get better as I continue to build out. I didn't do anything on the roof yet because I've still got to put my my wiring and everything for the LED lights, the fan, and the solar, and then I also have some water lines to be run for both the sink and the shower. But anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button, and man, if you don't mind subscribing, I got more videos coming, and just watch this van go from 0 to 60 in hopefully 60 days. That's the plan. So into day 4, and or excuse me, day 3. The day 4's coming. Check back with it. It's going to be good.